Now let's start this question. It's the third video I made today. So you can see here show colors. So you can see the object color red, white, blue. So they impress. So they impress mean you cannot use HR memory. So which mean you cannot use the array. You cannot use the HTML hash set. This kind of data structures. So which means you need to working on the original array and then make sure the zero come first and then followed by one and then finally followed by two. So here y represent zero. Oh sorry, the zero represent red, y represent one, blue represent two. So anyway, you should know we have two integer. Now, how to solve this question? I will show you the idea. Now you can see here. Okay, I just picked the first example. So now you can see we have three integer, which means so actually this question not too hard. If you have two pointer, for example, yeah, you have two pointer point to here, point to the first value, and then you still need third pointer point last value. Why we need a third pointer? Because if the first pointer make the two encounter two, okay, we know two must be put in the last in there, right? Here, we need to swap these two value, and then so you can understand if we mean a two, so that's why we need a additional pointer here, and then we can do swap, and then make sure the two in the last, right? So now, why here we need two? I will show you the logic. So let's go through this. Let's go through this one first, and then you will know why we need the pointer. Then now, here we have two pointer. Now we have last pointer. Okay. So here we have three conditions. The first condition, if we encounter two, okay, we need to swap. Need two value. So now here become. Now here we know here become 0 and a 2, right? After here, so we need to moving our pointer, the last pointer to the left, yeah. We point to here. Why? Because we already know the last in there with the 2, right? So we need to move the pointer to left. We need to find another 2. If we find another 2, okay, we can swap again, right? Here we make sure 2 in the, so you can understand he can divide by 3 portion, right? The 0 in the first portion, the 1 in the second portion, the 2 in the last portion. So if here already 2, so next we need to move our pointer to left, and then we need to find another 2. If we find it, okay, we just swap and put it here. So maybe you can understand, maybe you confused why only move this point. Maybe you can move the point one, you can directly point to here, right? But the problem is maybe in the test case have the two, maybe have one test case like this one. So now, okay, you have 2 point here, you have 1 point here, and then okay, or you find out okay this one is 2. Now you swap this 2 value, right? But after swap, it's still 2 2 0 0. Oh, sorry, 1 1, and then you move the pointer. You before you thinking maybe here you point this pointer to left, and then the other 2 pointer one of pointer needs to point to here, but you cannot do here, right? But you know this pointer needs to go to here, right? But obviously we using our eyes, right? So we know okay, in this 2 we cannot move the pointer to next because here's still 2. This 2 need to put here, but we are coding doesn't know that, right? We need to control our coding to tell them okay, the 2 still put here. So we got the idea. Okay, we cannot move the pointer. We cannot move pointer to left, right, because it's still possible. It's 2, right? Okay. Hopefully you can understand. Now we can move this out. Move this out and here. Now we point to here. Oh, sorry. Let's. Okay. Now we just finished these 2, right? Now we encounter. Okay, the current is 0. Okay, we just move. No, we not just move, because if we encounter 0, so we know 0 always put in the first, right? First position. So now we need to swap the first 2 pointer, because here we don't need to swap the 2 1, right? Because this 2 pointer point to the 0. So now after swap, maybe here not clear because here still 0. So maybe you're still confused. But I have one more example in here, so I will show you later. So now, if the pointer point to here, because we have one pointer, we go through this array until these 2 array encounter, and we just break the for loop. Now, okay, we found out. Okay, 2 point. No, this is our main pointer. We use this one to move. To go through this array. Now we find out, okay, this one is 0. So now we swap one after swapping the value, and then the 2 pointer need to point to next value. Okay, we find out this still 0, right? So now point to this 2 pointer point to here. Maybe you are confused why this both pointer need to move to next in there. But I will show you the example. Now here is 2. Okay, now we know if the pointer, if pointer encounter 2, we need to swap this to 1, right? Now, let's do it. Let me here. Now we know here's 1 and 2. After here, we need to move the right pointer to left to here. Okay, now with the key moving this pointer. Okay, point to, we need to just encounter the current value. Okay, it's 1. If it's 1, we just move the pointer to legs. And now these 2 pointer encounter, right? So now we need to break the for loop. You can see, so it's ascending order, right? Maybe it's still confused. Now we have one more example. So here, 2 pointer, and then initially in the first index, the last pointer point to last one. Now we know here encounter 2, we need to swap to 1. Okay, now here's 1, here's 2. Now we know we need to move this pointer to here, right? Okay. Now we know here pointer point to here. Now we will keep this 2 pointer here because we encounter the 2. So that's why we need to move the right pointer. Now here the pointer encounter 1. Okay, this pointer needs to point to here. We need to point to here, and then now point to here. We find out, okay, the current. So actually here we need to. Before I make mistake, left pointer and the right pointer have to use the equal. So if this point to the same value is fine. After the 1 pointer, for example, this pointer point to here. Okay, we need to break the for loop. Now currently they are in the same place, so it's fine. So now after this one, okay, we encounter 0. Encounter 0, right? Encounter 0, which means we need to swap. Because here still have 1 pointer here. Why here we use the 2? Because if 1 pointer if the current pointer encounter the 0, we can Well, why this pointer always key here? So if we encounter 0, so we need swap with this one. So 0, 1, 2. So that's why we have 2 pointer, 1 pointer point to 0. If we have 1 pointer go through this array, and then we have 2 pointer. 1 pointer is for the if looking for the 0, or last pointer is looking for the 2, right? So that's why we need a 3 pointer here. Now let's start coding up. Make sure you understand. Hopefully you understand. Yeah. So now let's start it. Now we have right. So we know it's point to last. The left pointer, which is unit pointer, go through the array, and then when you want more, maybe we call n. Okay, to make it simple. Now next thing. Oh, sorry. Now, if nonce equal to, okay, now we need to do the swap, right? Oh, sorry, it's not I, it's left. Now just swap with the unit way to swap the value. After that, we need to move the right pointer to left, and then if nonce equal to 0, so we also need to swap, right? So we can directly copy this one. It should be n, and then we need to increase by 1, and left also need increase by 1. Otherwise, nonce left equal to 1. Okay, now we start increase the pointer less pointer. So now increase this pointer to next index, and then run it. You can see pass on the test case. Okay, it's be 100%, right? Because we didn't use extra memory here. So thank you for watching this video.